Well, ladies and gentlemen, cari colleghi, buongiorno a tutti. It's my pleasure and my great honor to speak in front of you and to give you my experience and my impression of this new project. Let's call it project, as it's only a proposal from Commission. Thanks to Mr. Flex for his very clear presentation, and I would react on that as a small practitioner. I don't like too much this word small, maybe because I'm not too small and a bit tall, but I do not consider my level of professionalism at the lowest level than any other colleague. But it's a fact that the size of my practice is a small one, and as many of, and the vast majority of my colleagues, I'm in practice in audit and in accounting too. While we have several hundred, we are 25 people, it's a small size, we have several hundreds of clients, but we're only auditing 35 entities. What is a small part of our activity, it's about 15% of our turnover. What is more or less the medium size of the practice in France. So it's not a choice for us to be in practice, whether in audit or whether in accounting. We are doing both of them, and I'm very proud and to lead the practice in such a way and to be in practice in auditing, even if it's a small part. It's useful for my accounting practice, and I really hope to maintain my activity in auditing as long as I can. But we have some new project today, and we have to face that change in the regulation. Let's remind first that the title is Lessons to be Learned from the EU Green Paper. Today the color of the paper had changed, moving from green to white, as it's not green anymore. The green was the project as for the consultation, and today it is a project from Commission to the Parliament, and the color is changing, and so we have to react on the white one. But the green, 1 year ago in October 2010, was quite frightening for the small practitioners. And I remember some words of this green paper, like this sentence, for example: statutory audits have been identified as potential sources of administrative burden for SMEs. It was very provocative and offensive for the audit profession to read that the audit is an administrative burden, nothing than a burden without any added value, and we were quite afraid of that. Another one, well, I'm lost. Sorry. Here I am. Serious efforts should be made to create a specific environment for the audit of SMEs. Just a sentence like that, without anything else. And where are we going? It was a question. And another one, the last one, a proposal was to introduce a limited audit or a statutory review for SMEs, both of them being something else than the audit. And all these words were frightening. The question was, what will be the issue of such a consultation? But we had to take in consideration that the part on SMEs within this green paper was only 3 questions from the 38 of the world consultation. So it was only a small part of the consultation, and we know what the rest of the consultation. So today we have a proposal of a new directive of amendments for the audit directive, and at the end of the day, the draft does not change very much the scope of the scope of the SMEs audit, leaving the possibility to member states to apply audit for SMEs, and I will come back to that. So we are, I would say, quite satisfied about audit on SMEs of this proposal from the Commission. It is not very clearly written within this proposal, but there is another document issued by Commission last month, one month ago, at the end of October, proposing a merge between the 4th and the 7th directive, with, of course, some amendments. And within these proposals, we can read in the Article 34 that member states shall ensure that the financial statements of public interest entities, medium-sized and large firms, are audited. We do not speak anymore of small firms. What means, and we knew that the European regulation does consider that a small firm is not an entity to be audited. But, and there is a but, first, the definition of a small entity is reviewed. The turnover is moving from 8.8 million euros to 10. That is an actualization of the actual regulation, which is from 2006, as far as I remember. And so the level is quite high. The definition of a small firm englobes a great part and vast majority of enterprises at European level. And it is, well, I think, it is my personal opinion, I think it's wise to leave member states regulate on the SMEs, because of the huge differences we can find on the culture of audit. Some member states are practicing audit on SMEs. Some other ones do not practice any kind of audit. And between these two extremes, we can find a scope of different level of audit and different practices. So it's not easy at all to find common SMEs. And I'm clearly looking for a good future for audit on SMEs. We know that it's not compulsory at all. The European regulation is that up to 10 million euro of turnover, the audit is not compulsory. We think that it is added value for the firm to be audited, and we hope that we'll be able to keep going on auditing small firms as long as possible. Well, I had another one. I lost it? Okay. That's it. So, thank you very much.